But we're here for a serious thing, and a couple things. Thank goodness the state budget did address some of the laws, and Attic Horning can talk about that. If you knew, a few judges were throwing out some of the tickets. We rectified that with more cameras, and the state just rectified it within the law with the budget that just passed. So this shouldn't continue on, but I'll let Adam get into that a little bit more. But you have over 50,000 drivers that pass school buses. And I can assure you it wasn't one of the more popular things that I have done, because I've gotten a lot of phone calls from a lot of people, and people are like, we're in the third grade together. I don't even remember last week, let alone the third grade. But people calling me, hey, can you get me out of this ticket? We have nothing to do with it. The ticket happens, there's a process, you go through it. My advice is to anyone that knows me, is to pay attention to the school bus. When the stop signs go out, to stop and don't pass them. And you wouldn't have to worry about calling somebody. It's a violation, you get a fine, and we'll go on about that. But I do want to thank the superintendents that were visionary, that got on board with this. There's enough for them to do every day. Not just worry about educating our children, making sure schools are safe, following all the state protocols and laws that we got to deal with every year when the budget passes. So I do want to say thank you to all the superintendents and the transportation, which, really transports our most valuable cargo, our kids. To get them safely to school, get them safely home, to sporting events, after school activities, field trips, and want to do it in a safe way. And to our bus drivers, who are really on the front lines every day seeing this and, living through this. And just imagine being a bus driver. You got the sign out, kids are passing, and you just see that car pass you. That has to be so hard. So, we've been trying to be creative with the way we've been doing different announcements and getting it out there to the community, especially doing lunch bags and stuff like that, just to try to remind parents, the shirts. So when they see this or people see it out publicly, they think twice about it and continue to educate people. And then we launched this safety program in November of 2022. And I do want to thank the 6 school districts now that are participating in the program: Guilderland, Bethlehem, Voorheesville, North and South Colony, Burnox, Westerlo. I want to thank, our Senate and Assembly, Governor Hochul, for making this happen and signing this, for continuing to strengthen the laws, and the partnerships like Peter Barber that's here, in the town of Guilderland, and Peter Crummy in Colony, and everyone else that's been on board, Van Leuven and Bethlehem, and I could just go on down the list. Everyone working together, but especially my partnership with the Albany County Legislature. I do want to thank them, Joanne Cunningham, our chair, and I know we got Dustin Reed here, the county legislator here.
I think the most important thing here is certainly going to be child safety, but it's many of the tools in our toolbox. I remember the lawsuits over having to wear a helmet for children, having to buckle your seat. It became routine. And just as Dan indicated, my hope would be that at some point this program will end. But until it ends, I think it's absolutely necessary we do everything we can to protect our children.
These school buses are the safest way to get kids to school, but at the same time, we can always make things safer. So we have a new electric bus program coming in the state that will eliminate emissions, and we have the Stop Arm program that will hopefully cut down on drivers going past school buses when the stop arm is out. Our drivers, our aides and monitors, our mechanics, our dispatchers, our transportation leadership, they help us as a school district safeguard the community's 2 precious resources. We take their children, we take their money in the form of taxes, and we educate their children.
But I think every one of us has been on the street and seen a school bus stop and seen cars just blow by that stop sign. And this is an important law, it's an important program, about protecting our kids. And I think it's very important to be out here this morning. I'm glad to be joined by so many electeds alongside here, because we do need to do a lot more to get the word out about the law, that when you see a school bus stop, you see that stop arm go out, all cars, all directions must stop. It is the law. So proud to be here with you, Dan. Thank you for your partnership on this. And let's do all we can to get the word out, be loud about it, because we should never see a vehicle pass by a bus when that stop arm is out. And we have to keep doing events like this, getting the word out, and doing all we can until we make that happen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I hoped when we launched this program, we would never have to come back to it. And unfortunately, when you see the staggering tickets being issued every month and the money coming in, it's like, all right, just donate back to your school and stop driving by the school buses. If you want to throw your money out the window, just go to your school districts. The superintendents and the principals can find good use for it. And, please just pay attention and take the time. Thank you, everybody.